start out with the basic setup of the show. What is it that causes these people to make such a big decision to go back so far in time?
Well, the year's 2149, and though it's not specified exactly what's happening that's made the world go so bad, it's heavily polluted. Most of the animal life is dead, plant life, and it's not a place that's going to survive for long. A fracture in time is discovered quite accidentally at a particle collider, and it goes one-way trip, 85 million years in the past, and it turns out to be a lifeboat for a select few people to go try to restart humanity in the most hostile of conditions and not make the same mistakes they made again. And that's the basic premise.
The funny thing about this is the only thing that would have been more fun than creating the Cretaceous period was actually getting to do 2149 and the Cretaceous period, and it was so fun when we were shooting it. Like one day you'd be in this sort of dystopian Blade Runner future, and then the next day you'd be in the Cretaceous period doing crazy, primeval visual effects. So it was fun.
The glimpses I've seen in the trailers of the future, it's obviously dark, bleak place. What is your character's reaction going back to this, sort of beautiful open terrain?
Well, I mean, we haven't had breathable air for years. The sun and the moon have been blocked out by smog clouds. So when they come through, it's just, it's paradise.
Your character obviously stands out from the rest because he's been there longer than anyone. Safe to say he knows how to handle himself at this point?
I think if anybody is equipped to deal with the planet, he is. With the environment, he is. He's learned through bitter experience how to do it. Not only bitter experience, just through experience of being there. But he also carries a lot of more responsibility than anybody else in the community because he's the founder.
Lastly, what's your character's relationship like with Steven's character?
Well, initially, a lot of people have been saying how we're we're sort of mortal enemies, or we're like the good guy and the bad guy, but it's not really like that. Initially, obviously, I'm reprimanded for pitching up, but we become allies. I mean, he deputizes me, I become his sort of right-hand man, and we're like essentially, holding down the fort. And keeping everybody in line. But there's going to be a stage, and you realize even by the end of the second episode that they're on a collision course, and there's going to be some major conflict. Both our characters are alpha male, so the question is how we're going to negotiate that, and in what form will that conflict play out.